Hi everybody, thanks again for watching. I wanted to show you a real simple rhythm guitar pattern that is real handy to play over rock and roll, old-fashioned rock and roll R&B type groove, like with Chuck Berry, Little Richard would play, something like that, Lazy Lester. So you can get a lot of mileage out of this, but I'm just going to show you a little basic breakdown of it, and then hopefully you can use it to kind of make some of your own music, right? So we'll go in the key of C today. So you're going to start out with a C power chord, just a C and a G. And then you're going to be adding this A note with your pinky. So the riff sounds like this. Okay, and then in a blues progression, it would change to the 4, so you drop down one string with everything. You're playing this F power chord now. Then we'll go to the 5. And it just follows the changes like that. Rhythmically, your picking hand pattern, at least the way I play it, is mostly downstrokes with an upstroke at the end. So let's see if I can play this slowly so you can see. And it's kind of a staccato thing, and you're going to be right on top of that backbeat. So it's that's why it kind of works well over that kind of groove. But as always, the groove is king. So make sure you get that rhythm locked in real tight with your picking hand. It's all in your picking hand. Everything is. It's all in your right hand and my left hand in this case. And then when you get that really locked in, there's lots of different variations you can do. A common one would be adding a couple notes with that pinky. You gotta get your pinky in shape. It's a little tough to get going, but you'll add this. You can add this E flat up to the E. Basically, what you're trying to play is this bass line. Just right along the major scale. So experiment with that a little bit, see what you can come up with. And then the final little ingredient that you can add to really spice it up, especially if you want to fill some sonic space, is you can do some upstrokes on that 7 chord. So you can just add your pinky right there on the G string. So where I was doing upstrokes on the bass strings before, now I'm just doing it on the strings in the higher register there and grabbing that note on the G string with my middle finger. So you go to the 4, you don't need that middle finger. You can just hit the higher strings and it'll work. Okay, so that's a useful rock and roll pattern to work on. That works great over, like I said, Chuck Berry stuff, Little Richard stuff, a million things really with a straight that has that good straight groove, rock beat. For lead lines and melody lines and things like that, Chuck Berry was kind of notorious for doing this, but double stops work really well. So if we're just playing a combination of major scale and minor scale notes in the key of C there, but stuff like this, like sliding up to this C, works really well. Maybe I'll do a separate video on those kind of licks, but there's a million things to do right there under your hands, and it works out well because you can switch back and forth between the rhythm to the lead part pretty easily, and kind of mix and match those and just use it as part of your rhythm playing. So let me see if I can kind of muck up an example here. Okay, so lots of possibilities there, but just work on keeping that rhythm real tight, and getting that good groove going. And it works in any key. Obviously, you'd start, if you want to play in the key of G, you might start up here with this G power chord. Of course, the spread on your fingers gets a little tricky up here, so you can start in the key of D or E down here or C and get your pinky in shape before you move around. But anyway, that's some good possibilities for some rock and roll rhythm guitar. Okay.